Who succeeds? Those willing to do what other people aren't. Do you succeed just because you have real capabilities? Or do you succeed when you take action? There's no such thing as a magical money machine. There's no such thing as getting rich for doing nothing. It doesn't come easy, but it's insanely realistic when you have one of the fastest growing industries in the world, when you have life experiences, when the world realizes knowledge is the new currency, and people want to pay you to go faster in your area of expertise, your niche, or your dot. All the ingredients are there. So what's left? The person you looked at in the mirror this morning when you brushed your teeth. Like, that's who's left. This is our journey. We don't want to be flat. We definitely don't want to go down, right? This journey of where you started, and maybe, you got Mastermind or Project Next, or you're part of KBB, and then once you got it, that was a big step. But then what happens after you get really excited and you get something new that's out of your comfort zone? What's the first thing that comes in about 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, 9 days? Like, yes, I'm doing this. And then a week later, you're like, I am pretty sure I'm doing this. And then 3 weeks later, you're like, I am kind of doing this. And then a month later, it's like, what was I doing again? I'm going to be in that knowledge industry, right? Right? We all have that. And then 6 months from now, when you realize, holy shit, I slipped back into who I used to be. And who I used to be is kind of cool, but I know I was meant for more. And then you go, okay, let me go back online. What could I do? And you get this wave of roller coaster. And what I'm trying to do, let's get rid of the roller coaster. We don't have to go straight up, but we can't stay flat, because if you're not climbing, I believe you're sliding. There's no such thing as hovering, right? So how do we start this 45-degree angle to where we want to be? Our goals, our dreams, our desires, impact, next level, selling a course, mastermind, workshop, coaching, writing your book, launching your podcast. Well, how do we get there? Okay, so we start with capabilities, right? Maybe you get Project Next, part of the World Summit, and then all of a sudden that being deflated or kind of fading away happens. And what do we have to do to remember? We have to work on our mindset. And I want to circle this as the most important key to your success, because all the tools in the world mean crap if you tell yourself you can't, if you feel you won't, if you focus on your failures, not your accomplishments, if you focus on what you lost, not what you can gain, right? If you focus on what you're not good at rather than what you're amazing at, if you focus who doesn't support you rather than focus on who does support you, right? All these things, right? And then once you have the mindset, then all the other things, if you're in the self-education industry, you focus on your dot and who you're going to serve it to, and hook, story, close, and getting your course up on mastermind.com and tweaking it to make it amazing, and then getting marketing there. And this is just the journey of where you want to go. Now, this could be in your relationships, this could be in your life, being a parent, but this is our journey, right? This is our journey to get to where we want to go. And if you look at it as this one little piece at a time, it doesn't seem overwhelming, because you need all these to get where you are. But the cool part is, and this is Tony Robbins' words, not mine, is we all overestimate what we can do in a year, and we all underestimate what we can do in 5. The next 5 years is going to go by anyway. We might as well be chipping away at these pieces, because what is our whole goal? I said this day one, but I'm going to remind you today. The whole goal is, no matter where you are, if you're starting here today, if you're just working on your mindset, or you got your dot, you know who you're selling it to, you got it up on Mastermind, you started your marketing, you made your first sale, you made your 20th sale, wherever you are, here or here, what is right here? Remember this, draw this for yourself. This is your gap. We all have a gap. You might understand the knowledge industry and you got your dot, but you don't know how to actually start cashing checks. Wherever you are in this journey, there's just a gap. So what takes away the craziness, the fear, the overwhelm is know that we all have gaps. We all have gaps. I mean, I'm really open and honest. I went through a divorce. I obviously had a gap in how to be involved in a perfect and an amazing, not perfect, but the best relationship possible, to support my spouse, to be somebody better. And after I went through a divorce and I worried about my kids and all that kind of crazy stuff, I obsessed on it. And I worked on filling that gap to become a better man, not just find someone to fill me up. I needed to become the man that attracted someone so I could fill this gap and be a real partner, a real significant other to someone, be an example of what's possible. And because I obsessed on filling that gap, and I'm not perfect, I'm still working on it. I attracted the love of my life because I worked on the gap. If you want to get next level healthy, you have certain things, but there's a gap from where you are to where the health you want to be. Not trying to beat a dead horse. But I love this. I think about it all the time because when you start thinking, oh my God, I don't know my dot. I don't know if I'm going to narrow it down. I'm not even sure what it is. And I don't know if I can do this. Take a deep breath. Draw on a line and go, okay, I'm just in this progress. I'm right here. I got some dot work to do. Forget everything else. And just go to work on that. Right? Because, again, no matter where you are, if we're not climbing, we're sliding. If we're not growing, we're dying. You're always going to be on this trajectory, but you're here. And the cool part is by being a part of a group like this, by working on your mindset, that's the most important thing, by gaining the tools, all you're doing is chipping away at the pieces to get rid and close this gap. And when you look at it that way, doesn't it just make you go, oh, I just got a few more things to work on, right? I just got some more stuff. I got to fill the gap and search for those capabilities. So I wanted to share this because, Eric, come back over here. And a couple things I want you to write these down. Because listen, I can give you time management and implementation tools, but if your mindset's all jacked up, really, does any of it work? Can we be honest? If you question yourself, you feel like an imposter, your self-doubt hits you, you failed before, you've wasted money before, we're never going to do it again. If you do all that stuff, it doesn't matter if I teach you the greatest strategies in the world, you're going to give up on you. So 3 things I want you to write down. Protect your mindset. Protect your mindset. Watch what you allow in. Watch the thoughts that accumulate in your mind. Protect your mindset. Number 2 is protect your confidence. The news, friends, inner self-doubt, all those things chip away at your confidence, and they're cumulative. So you're like, I'm doing this, I'm going all in. You tell a friend and she's like, oh, maybe you could do it. You know, that world's kind of moving kind of fast. And you got like 20 followers on Instagram. You're like, no, I can do it. But it stacks up a little. And then you go home and watch the news and like the world's going to hell in a handbasket. And it stacks up a little more. So then you go to your like mom, dad, brother, sister, husband, wife, significant other, lover, partner, friend. And you tell them and they're like, man, it's kind of hard in these days. Not one of them is qualified to give you that information. You have more capabilities at your fingertips with Mastermind.com and Digital Product System, Project Next, KBB, World Summit. You have the blueprint to where the freaking treasure lives, and you're asking somebody who has no idea about this industry, but cumulatively you're letting it build up, and then one day you go, maybe this won't work for me. And the day you say that is the day the slippery slope back to who you are starts. And who you are is amazing, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't want more. Serve more, called to serve, impact more, right? So it doesn't mean that where you were sucks. It just means you know where you need to be going, right? The third one is protect your dreams. Protect your dreams. Protect your dreams and your goals, because when you tell other people your dreams and they look at you like, really? You're gonna do that? Oh, isn't that cute? It's like, stop trying to convince other people to believe in your dreams. If you follow what Lisa Nichols and Trent Shelton both said, it's like, whether God, universe, but I believe in God, so I like the saying that when Trent said, why would you expect others to get your dreams when God gave it to you? Man, when Lisa said that, Trent said it, it's like so true. How many times have we tried to tell people and convince them that what we're doing is noble and the right thing and it's achievable and you're going to do great? God didn't give them that dream. They gave it to you. So stop trying to convince them. So we must protect our mindset, protect our confidence, and protect our dreams. And when we do those, that sets the foundation. That sets the foundation of really getting stuff done. Because when people tell me I need a productivity tool, I need something to take action, usually when I talk to them, really, they need a mindset shift. They need to know what they should be working on. They need to get their thoughts in the right area. And remember, I'm not going to go through it again because it's in the course. I've done it too many times. Remember why you're doing this. If I said put in the chat right now, why do you want to impact more lives and create more success, more income? Why? Why do you want to do it? Just remember, and it's always deeper than you think. Whatever you share today, remember when you dig into your heart, you know it's more, right? You're called to serve. You want to donate more money. You want to retire someone in your life. You want to spend more time with children or grandchildren. Spend more time on perfecting, healing your inside so you can be better for your partner, spouse, friends, lovers, all those pieces, right? There's a deeper reason why you're doing this than just to get rich. And I know that about each and every one of you. So when you think about protecting your mindset, your confidence, and your dreams, when you get an unstoppable mindset, having that core foundation to always go back to, and you know why you're doing it, that's when we dig into our heart. That's when we knock down brick walls. That's when nobody stands in our way. That's when someone says to you, oh, really, you're going to do that? On the inside, you say, abso-freaking-lutely. Zero doubt, right? That's the certainty we need to make this real. Okay, number 2. Wow, I'm only on number 1, but that was the most important. Mindset, number 1. Okay, number 2, I'm going to go back to the whiteboard here, Mike. This is going to be fast and sloppy, but I'm going to share with you a visual that really impacted me a long time ago. When you want to go to another level, and a lot of you have seen me draw this before, somebody told this to me, I don't even know, well over a decade ago. What happens when we want another level? When you got capabilities from Project Next, or capabilities from KBB, or capabilities from the World Summit, you're like, I'm going. And you think, I need to get my dot dialed in. I need my marketing. I need sales. I need to dial in my page on mastermind.com. I need to build an audience. I need to build an audience. The list could go on, right? Right? And you could just build an audience and go, oh man, should I be a TikToker? No, I think Instagram's for me. No, Facebook. No, Facebook, that's kind of getting worn out. I think it's LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is where the professionals are. Yeah, but that's kind of boring. I think I'll do YouTube, but wait, do I do long interactive videos? No, I should try the viral videos. No, if I'm on viral videos, I'll go back to TikTok and I'll just dance quirky. I'll get my daughter to do it and all of a sudden you're like, I don't know where to start, what to do, screw it, I'm just going back to who I was, right? It's like we have to protect ourselves from that. And this was the advice I got. We talk about multitask. We do multitask. Women multitask way better than men. Just being honest with you, dudes. Like, women are way better at multitasking. But we still can't do more than one thing at a time. You can't think about 2 things at a time. Can you think about the Statue of Liberty and a grizzly bear at the same time? Like, try to do it. It's like grizzly bear, statue. Oh, no, you can't do them at the same time. But we'll try to think about 1,000 things at once for your next level of business. It's not the way it works. So the way I want to share this with you today, I'll make this really simple and to the point, is we have to decide what we're working on and just choose one. These silly little drawings here are garage doors, right? I know it sounds crazy, but someone told me this analogy, and behind each garage door is the thing you work on. So let's just say you want to dial in your dot, you want to narrow it down more. You should close all of those garage doors and work on your dot. Dedicate the time, discipline yourself, and just go deep on your dot. Find every part of Project Next. Find every training in mastermind.com. Go back to whatever it is you need to go deep on your dot. Your Wednesday training if you're in Project Next level, right? And all of these doors are closed because what happens is you're like, I'm going to work on my dot. Okay, let me dial it in. How do I, wait a minute, but then when I sell it, oh no, but then there's Instagram. Oh, maybe I should go to mastermind.com. Should I work on my headline at mastermind.com? Oh, I should do a cool thumbnail. I saw that thing Tanner did. I can go to this website and get a cool thumbnail. No, thumbnails, first I should lay out the course. It's too much. And then you just go back to what you were doing prior. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is write down all the things you need to work on, but close all these garage doors and schedule time for each of these. Schedule time to work on your page at mastermind.com. Schedule time to start setting up and building a following on a Facebook group or Instagram. Set up a time to go deeper on your dot and narrow in the niche, but do them separately. Go deep, not wide, right? What is self-education? It's specialized knowledge. We have to practice what we preach. Don't try to do it all at once. You'll get overwhelmed. You'll feel like you're getting hit with a fire hose. You won't do any of it, and then you'll just sit, and you know what you'll default? You'll default to working on the things that you're comfortable with working on. Who finds themselves sometimes when things get uncomfortable, like selling or building your page or marketing, you'll go, I'm going to go back and play with my logo. I'm going to go back and add another segment to the course. I see you, Samar, right? Let me add another module to the course, right? Because if that's comfortable for you. Or let me take a better picture. I like that picture of me, but I should have wore more like pastel colors and had a cooler background, right? Because your brain is uncomfortable with maybe working on your page, so you're putting it off. So you're opening all these garage doors at once, and you're really, okay, you ready for this? I'm sorry, I'm calling some of you out. You're busy, but are you effective? You're busy, but are you productive? Think about that. And that's why I'm doing what I did today. Keep all the garage doors. You got to work on all of these, but one garage door at a time. Okay. The next one, I'm going to go through these pretty quick, I told you, is discipline. Now, I hate the word discipline, by the way. I didn't like discipline in school. Sorry if some of you like followed the rules. Not that I didn't follow the rules. I just didn't like discipline. The word discipline in my teens and my 20s would have been like the worst word in the entire world. When simultaneously I was the most disciplined person on the planet. I just didn't look at it through the right lens. Discipline is what we all need to be successful. Where I think what bugged me is when I felt I was being disciplined down a road that I didn't want to be. Maybe disciplined by a teacher to follow these certain guidelines where I didn't want to end up at the end of the road that they were sharing. Maybe the student next to me did, but I didn't, right? I guess I kind of like making my own rules. So for me, and maybe that doesn't affect anybody, but I've learned to love the word discipline because discipline allows me to get the success I want. It's discipline, I want you to hear this, that I work on my mindset every day. Every day. I would bet to say on average at the end of the year that it's at least 6 days a week that I listen to at least 15 minutes of some type of personal development, or I read something, or I think through it, or watch a training. I need to discipline myself with mindset tools and personal development so I could stay empowered, so I could sell myself to be that next level human being. That's discipline. I discipline myself to work on filling the gaps that I have. I discipline myself to work on open one garage door. But here's the cool part. That discipline has allowed me to do more, bigger, better, faster than most people I know. That sounded like I was patting myself on the back. It's not. It's just simple stuff. What are the things you should stop doing? They don't serve you. They don't serve God, the universe, your next level, who you want to become. They let you procrastinate, like maybe surfing on the internet too long or hanging out with negative friends or a million things, running back and forth, not being effective with your time, right? You know, when you need to get something at the store, you run to 4 different stores and you waste 4 hours when if you were really effective, you could have done it in an hour and spent 3 hours working on this, right? So what should you stop doing or delegate or hand off to somebody else, right? Another discipline for me is I look at the things I'm working on and say, is this really a needle mover? Do I need to be working on this? Could I never work on it, or could I get someone else to do it? Because is this a needle mover? Am I working on the marketing? Am I working on the impact? Am I finalizing my course? Am I working on the things that should be up on mastermind.com? In fact, I would audit your actions. I know I share that a lot, but I'm going to share it again. Audit what you do. You're going to look at some of it and go, ugh, I got to stop doing that. We have to audit our actions to make sure they're real, like, because we say sometimes we want this, but what we're doing keeps us here, right? And when they're out of balance, that's when you don't feel congruent with your life. I want another level. I want to impact. I want to serve. I want to share what I know. But simultaneously, I'm finding myself surfing online, comparing myself to others, binging out on Netflix, and doing things that don't serve me. So you want this, but you're kind of doing the things that won't allow you to have that. So it's a little bit of a discipline to say, just stop and do the things that really serve you. What's up, what's up? Hey, don't forget to look at the action steps we've posted below. They are the perfect way to take your success, abundance in this crazy world to a whole nother level.